Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
Yeah, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie has made it in.
We are here.
How do you feel?
Man, I feel great. Hump day. We're halfway through.
We want to remind you of the accident that has happened on Highway 35 north. Yeah. This will be north of Forest, Mississippi, near Harperville. There's been an accident this morning involving a pedestrian. There is a fatality. We do know that. We don't know how it happened or what the details are, but the Mississippi Highway Patrol on scene now and expect delays in that area there. Near Roberts Road is where that's going to be. So something to think on and just keep it close to your heart of whatever happened. A sad day for that community as we learn about that early today. Bless you.
Boy, I tell you, that got caught. This is
that's kind of like that sneeze that comes out of nowhere. You ever just glanced at a fluorescent light bulb and it gets you? I have, and you feel it, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
And then you're sitting here, and you know there's a commercial coming.
Can you hold it?
But it's right back here, ready to sneeze, and boy, I mean the pressure just builds. But
do you see where they all upset in Washington D.C. this morning?
Well, you know, the Supreme Court is going to work, and they're looking at all these cases. How is it that all of these lower judges have any control over the federal government, especially when it comes to the president's and his decisions on running this country?
That's true. And they blocked everything they could.
Well, they got unblocked yesterday.
They got that little gavel out, didn't they?
Yep.
Hear he.
All those people that Trump wanted to lay off because of government efficiency has now been approved.
So it is a coming.
I'm sure that they're going to get unemployment.
They'll do something.
They didn't just get it, but and I see some of these getting redone, and I'm sure there's going to be some
tweaking
coming back. But
through the years, there's been things added in. Nothing ever re-examined is where we are on that. And again, we know it's not nice if you're one of these that fall casualty to this. It's not great, but it's for the betterment of the people is what we're seeing here.
Not just duplicated surface.
Even in some of the other layoffs, they've hired some people back after they got in and realized, okay, we do need this. So we'll watch this and let you know this. Speaking of the federal government, as stories, and we don't have everything with this because I asked the federal government and they goes, well, I'm not talking to you.
We're working on it.
Yeah, that's what they said. We have no statement to give you. Yeah. There was a raid or what we'll call a search warrant done in the Martin, Collinsville area yesterday. Some 30 agents showed up. There was police everywhere. I did see the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department blocking the road as the agents were inside doing what they do. Do I have a good guess of what it was? Yes, but do I have an official statement from the FBI? I don't. So until we get the statement, we'll leave it as we believe a search warrant was served in the area here out in Collinsville area, so to speak.
This was yesterday?
Center Hill Martin at 6 a.m. They were there going, hello, wake up. We're coming in, whether you want us or not. We actually have video from the scene there.
You mean there was somebody else up?
Oh, yeah. They have coffee early out in the Center Hill community.
Oh, okay.
They were getting ready to watch us, so they were having coffee on the front porch.
And they said, look at there, what's that?
Lots of video. Lots of agents. Did I mention that? So as we hopefully we'll get details on that. There were no arrests. That's not kind of how it works. They'll probably examine whatever they come and got and then determine if they have something that is worth processing. Is that a good way to put it?
That's right. That's right.
I thought you might want to know because I had a lot of calls about that of what's going on.
No, that's a first.
They were not out singing Jingle Bells doing the Christmas in July thing.
Poor Greg. But I bet he's home watching his show.
It could be. Christmas in July continues there with Hallmark. It's a train going to break down somewhere there. It is, as Odie said, we're bringing in this Wednesday morning. Still, people aren't buying this that, well, nothing happened in the Epstein files. When we were told, I've got the list on my desk.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, well, nothing happened. Y'all look the other way. I don't believe all that.
Happened.
I don't believe all that.
No. We need to know. Now, I did catch where she said a lot of this was some underage activity, and none of that will ever be released. I'm good with that. If they were minor, I'm good with that.
Well, I'm not so much worried about names, but who.
On these planes?
That's what I want to know.
I mean, and who stayed at your island multiple times?
President and address did.
Well, yeah.
Just saying.
Blue dress?
I saw the portrait. I did. Kind of reminded me of Monica's dress. Hubba.
Ooh, and don't worry, the federal government is not going to kick everybody off Medicaid.
No, that's not happening.
Now, you will have to go to work.
It's a few changes coming.
Since they're going to go through and raid these farms and get these illegals off the farm, somebody's got to work. Well, if you're able-bodied and you're getting free Medicaid and some other benefits, you get to go to the farm and work for what you receive.
And I'm sure
free.
that at some point they will have work visas for the U.S. If I am not mistaken, they will still have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's what Trump said. If I was you, I would leave now. Because if you have to be removed, I can't remember, is it 10 years before you can even apply to even come back to this country?
Yeah, and I can't put my hand on it and tell you exactly.
But if you leave now on your own, you can go stand in line and walk up to the door and ask permission.
Okay,
so we'll see how all that plays out.
We got an uplifting subject on the way. Love Out Loud is coming to Meridian. It's we're going to tell you all about it here in just a few moments as we get ready for that. A lot of people going to be involved. We're going to get the details on it.
Man, has it not grown?
It has. And then how you can help.
Yes.
It is a good thing. It's so many things that happen at once. We're going to get the details on that. Plus, we're going to tell you about the stabbing that happened within the city limits of Meridian last night. All that's up and coming this morning.
Halito, this is Choctaw Princess Leilani Allen. Join us for our Diamond Year celebration, the 75th Choctaw Indian Fair, July 8th through 12th.
Enjoy performances from top artists Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Tatanka Means, Indigenous, Chapel Hart, Chris Young, and Flo Rida. Experience Choctaw art, food, dancing, and carnival rides. Ignite your competitive spirit with Res Run, Iron Warrior, Volleyball, and the Cornhole Tournament. Visit ChoctawIndianFair.com and like us on Facebook.
Hope to see you there. Happy Salachige.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
That means I got to touch that little button there next time there. Good morning. As we talk about what's going on, Northcrest Baptist Church, I happen to be a member there, good folks up there. They do a lot for the community and leading the charge once again with so many people taking part of Love Out Loud as we welcome. Oh, let me hit this button over here. There's Jay.
Look at there.
How's it going?
Man, good to see you again.
Yeah, glad to be here.
What does Northcrest have coming up? Block party, July 13th? Are we invited?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's invited to the block party.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
it's going to kick off our Love Out Loud this year. We'll have a huge block party down the City Hall lawn. Lots of great things going on down there. Free food and snow cones and jumpies and rides. And we'll have the petting zoo there. And it's going to be a great time. And it's just something that we can invite everybody to in the community to come out and just have a good time. Everything's free, and it's going to be just a good time. So everybody come on out and have a good time with us.
Give me those times again. Does it start, and how long does it last?
It'll be from 6 to 8 that night on Sunday night. This coming Sunday night from 6 to 8 on the City Hall lawn.
A little singing, things of that nature?
Well, there'll be some music, but no live singing. But it'll just be a big time to block party. Mostly, stuff for kids and free food and those kind of things. So.
Oh, free food.
Yeah.
Well, we're there.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Y'all come on down.
So, with this being said, if somebody that's watching going, Love Out Loud, I have no clue what you're talking about. Explain how this is a community-wide effort, how it started out with Northcrest and has expanded to how many churches?
Right now, we have 27 churches that are involved this year. This is our 13th year to do Love Out Loud in a row, and it's grown every single year. And this year, for the first time, we actually have mission teams coming in from other parts of the country to help us this year. And so we expect we'll have 150 to 200 people out every single day next week working. And we got a variety of ministries that you can go out and serve in. And it's really easy to participate. You can just show up every morning at Northcrest, Monday through Friday next week at 8 a.m. We'll have a small or short devotion time, some worship music. We'll feed you breakfast, and there will be all kinds of ministries laid out for you to go by and to talk to and to sign up. And then after we're done with everything there at the church, you'll head out about 9 o'clock, and you'll work at your ministry site for a few hours and just serve our community.
Now, let me ask this. Are you calling for a certain group of people? Let's say you need carpenters, you need people to cut hair. What all type folks are we looking for?
Well, there's a variety of things you can do. Really, anybody with any skill set can do something. Like some of the things we'll be doing, we do have our mobile grill and mobile clothing trailer ministry and a block party trailer.
Didn't Brother Paul kind of hook to that? Because I ran into him last year on that.
Yeah, Brother Paul helps with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Gary Newell heads up the mobile grill, and then his wife Cheryl and several volunteers do the clothing trailer, and they'll be going out to a bunch of different sites. That's a great one to get involved with.
Explain. Let's pause here a second. This is last year was one of the first times I really noticed that they had this. But explain what this clothing trailer is and what y'all do with that.
The clothing trailer is something that we set up all over the city, not just during Love Out Loud, all year long, and so people donate clothes to the clothing trailer, and these ladies go through them and make sure there's no holes or stains or anything like that. These are really good clothes, and they put them in the trailer. They go around the city. They set it up. Anyone's welcome to come by and get whatever they want. We don't put a limit on it. You get whatever you want out of the trailer. And as people go through this trailer, these ladies share the gospel with them. That's what we're doing all this for, really, is to share the gospel and to make Jesus known in our community.
I was with the group last year at Village Apartments, and it was really good. A lot of hamburgers. They done a lot for the kids. Had the clothing trailer there. It was really, really good. And y'all will move around each day to a different location, correct?
Yeah. I have a schedule here I'll leave with you guys so you can kind of tell people where we'll be every day. But yeah, that's one of the ministries we'll be doing. We'll be partnering with the Boys and Girls Club and FCA next week to do a big camp for all those kids. And we'll be partnering with the Center for Pregnancy Choices to work around their facility and have a big giveaway day for mothers on Wednesday. We'll be working with the Baptist Children's Village this year again. We provide school supplies for every single one of their kids. And then we'll be doing a big block party out at NAS Meridian on Saturday, the 19th. So that's just some of the things. But one of the things we're doing this year we've never done before, which is very exciting, is we're going to be going door to door and giving out groceries to people that need them. We're going to be giving out 3,000 bags of groceries next week.
That's a
bunch.
Yeah, so we'll be all over the city, knocking on doors, giving out groceries, and so that's one thing we've never done before. We're real excited about.
Your A&P days may come in handy here, throwing those
boy,
cans.
I tell
You
you
remember
what.
the bagger, the unknown bagger who had throw them cans and stack them just right?
You had that little gun. Bob said that some of his clothes shrunk. I guess they got washed too many times. Wink, wink. If someone wants to donate clothes or different items, how do they do that?
We take items at the church there at Northcrest, down by the student building, which is in the back parking lot. There's a garbage can that says "Got You Covered" on it. And if you just drop your clothes in there anytime, and the ladies will go through them and clean them up, put them in the trailer, and get them ready to give out.
Man,
that's
great.
a good thing. Where do we kick this off? Where's going to be our first place that we arrive after the get together of the at downtown?
Yeah, the city hall lawn.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out.
Yeah, so the very first thing is Monday morning at 8 a.m. at Northcrest. Like, we have breakfast, devotion, and all that, and all the ministries will be laid out. When you walk in, it's really easy to get involved because every ministry will have a sign-in sheet, and you just walk around. There'll be people there that are going to lead those ministries. You can talk to them. Hey, what are you guys doing today? How do I fit in with that? And then you sign up, and then when we break, you get together as a team and you head out to wherever you're going. And while you're out there,
is that the team you'll be with all week?
Now you can move around. Like, if you decide, man, I want to do this day, this day, or if you just say, hey, I only got one day to give, come on, give that one day. We'll also bring lunch to you on site, so you'll have free lunch and free breakfast.
Those bricklayers I ran into last year was really wanting to change about 3 days in.
That little block got heavier as the week went along.
That
was a big deal there, redoing the sidewalk by the choice.
The Center for Pregnancy Choices.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, you can change up during the week if you decide maybe you want to try something different. We have a ministry we call Agape, which is a little something extra, and they go all over the city and do little things like they give out change and things at laundromats and talk to people and just share Jesus with them. This year we're making 200 through Agape. We're making 200 toiletry bags for the prisoners at East Mississippi Correctional Facility. So we're all kinds of different ministries that you can get involved in. Some of those things you say, well, I can't get out and walk around, or I can't move around. We got things you can just sit at the church and make bags or write letters, things like that too. So you don't have to be strong and able to go out and lift 100 pounds to come and participate in Love Out Loud, or even be good with kids, or good. You can come in. We got something for everybody.
You got yards to cut. People with lawnmowers show up and help you out again this year?
Yes, sir. We have that ministry going on. That's also part of Agape. We'll have a Roman lawn trailer going around, just cutting people's lawns that need it, and just sharing the love of Christ with the people in our community. That's what we're trying to do.
And the big goal of this is for not to be just 1 week, but for it to expand and help those year round.
I remember when this was started with one church, with Northcrest. They started this and did this, and now 27 churches join in and reaching out. God's definitely blessed this ministry, and I feel that He's going to continue to bless it, and the lives that y'all have touched all around, seeing what y'all have done for them. And it is speaking of what Christ means for each one of us.
And everybody, which shirt will everybody? Let me show this. This is the familiar shirt that most people are used to seeing.
Yeah, that's our classic design. We sell those every year, and lots of people have that. And then every year we do a limited edition design, and ours this year is Unashamed. We're not ashamed of the gospel, and we want to go out in our community and share the gospel and help people. So you can buy those shirts at lolmeridian.com, and you can pick them up at Northcrest. You can also, we'll be able to pick them up downtown at the block party on Sunday evening if you want to pick them up there. So you can buy them on lolmeridian.com. There's all kinds of information on that site, and you can buy your shirts and all that kind of stuff on there. So
there it is there. So if you wanted to sign up, you could go right here.
Yes, you can sign up there. Just sign up if you're going to participate at all. Kind of lets us know how many are going to be coming. We're expecting about 200 people a day-ish, and so we're excited about that. And there's some different things you can look on there and see. There's our speaker, Chip Luter. He'll be there every morning with us. He's from New Orleans. But he's going to be our speaker this year. But lots of good information on that site. Like I said, right there you can buy your shirts. We still have every size available, I think, but those are limited. So buy it now if you want to get one.
Well, that's the neat site there, and again, so many churches being involved in this. Have we left anybody off that we needed to talk about that has really pitched in with this? That's been behind the scenes working on this.
Well, it's a team effort, really. We have a lead team, and we start working on Love Out Loud stuff in January or February. You know, we think about it in the summer. Like, actually, we'll have a meeting as soon as Love Out Loud's over and discuss goods, bads, things we want to change, those kind of things. But yeah, so it's just that we have a lead team and we all work together and we all make sure that everything's going and everything's planned out and everything is ready for the people to come. We want to be out in the community as much as possible. We want people to get involved, and so we try to make it very easy and make it very worthwhile as we go out and serve.
Now, again, Deborah was wanting to know about those, where to take the clothing to if you wanted to help out with this, and it's at the church, and explain where that is in case someone doesn't know where Northcrest is.
Yeah, Northcrest, we're at 3412 North Hill Street, right across from the skating rink. If you turn there on Shoemate Road, which is right before the church, go down to the
Pizza
back
Hut.
part. Yeah, right in between us and Pizza Hut, right. You go down that road, you turn left into our parking lot, you'll see a building that's kind of to the back of the property. That's our student center. And right in front of there's a little garbage can that says "Got You Covered." That's our clothing ministry, and you can just throw your clothes in there, and that's all you got to do, and the ladies will take care of it.
And you got lolmeridian.com. You can go on there, sign up, and see what different categories you've got, and of course buy a shirt while you're there.
Yeah,
and help this out. Easy to remember, lolmeridian.com.
Okay, I have to admit, the first year of it, I thought it meant lots of laughs. I'm not going to lie. Because I asked Angie, I said, what's that lots of laugh thing about they're doing it there?
It's funny.
Yeah, it's Love Out Loud. And the shirts are 14 for the limited edition and 12 for the classic red. We actually have the red in a moisture management shirt and 100% cotton. And really, we don't make any money off those shirts. That's just what it costs.
Not for that price.
Just it costs us to print them.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to make any money off of it. We're just trying to, get them into the hands of people that want to have them. So
I hope you'll check that out. And with that being said, as always, church services several times a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Sunday morning, Wednesday night.
Right, yeah.
Multiple church services on Sundays. You got your choice of
9 or 10:30. 9 o'clock, we have church and life group that you can come to. We'd love to have you. And then at 10:30, the same thing. We have church and life group.
Man, that early morning one's kind of good. I like that.
Yeah.
because you're busy the rest of the day.
I kind of like that, and that's what we attend there. And it's sometimes you go to church with people you don't even know you go to church with because of the two different ones of so many people coming in and out. And it's great. Enjoy it there.
Yeah, I love Northcrest. I love our church family, and if you don't have one, we'd love to have you. Anytime, 9 or 10:30 on Sundays, and then 6:30 on Wednesday nights.
Jay Nelson in with us this morning. We can't thank you enough for coming by and telling us about this. And any way that we can help during this, please let us know. We'll be glad to stop by all the different locations throughout the week and help out the best we can as this comes about.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
Again, Jay Nelson there.
Yes.
Love Out Loud in Meridian as it gets going. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Ooh, Kathy says she got married there in 1985.
Yeah.
You do the arithmetic on that. I'm going to say that's about 40 years.
Pretty good.
My, oh, my, oh, my. She was a youngin' back then, wasn't she?
We got the old scammer who wants to pay you to text him. so he can no longer ask.
Well, if you give me
another
$10, I'll
question.
text you during the day.
Well, I was
Just let
thinking,
me
I mean, it's
know.
not a bad idea. We can charge a minimal fee.
As we mentioned, there was a stabbing in Meridian last night. It would take place on King Road. Now, there were no deaths involved with this. From what the best I'm understanding, these early morning reports are, this started out as a squabble, so to speak.
Okay.
Altercation.
Yeah.
Altercation is the word I'm looking for. As we go here to see Meridian Police Department on scene there. It was amongst females, Odie. And the next thing you know, a knife was pulled and someone was hurt. They were rushed to a local hospital. They're going to be okay from my understanding.
Was it a knife or a fingernail?
I think it was the real deal.
Oh.
So it was no holds bars, so to speak. But could have been a whole lot worse. There was a little gunfire overnight in the city. I didn't get the exact location of where it happened, but I do know that it did happen. Nothing was struck. There was some fellows in a white car that just couldn't resist of firing off into the air a few times last night. So that did happen. Again, I don't know the location at this moment, but did happen. We also had a pickup truck barred.
Ooh.
Last seen in the 700 block of 23rd Avenue. That's downtown Meridian there. Chevrolet pickup truck, tag number LB1524. If you happen to see that, contact the Meridian Police Department, or you can just simply call 911 to say, hey, I think this truck may be, and they'll take the information and send an officer out to check into this.
So don't get out and confront anybody.
It ain't worth all that.
No, call 911, tell them where you at. If you want to follow them from a far distance, but don't put yourself at danger.
And I'll tell you this, there is more of these stolen in the Meridian area than you would ever fathom of how many cars are stolen here. And we hope we'll bring more light to this with the new administration that'll work with us to get this out to where people can get back, because there's nothing worse than finally paying for something and someone taking it from you, or lacking 2 payments on something, and then we all know that by the time you get the payoff and they do the deductions, you couldn't buy another brand new one.
No.
You want to be the best you can with your cars, and it's just not right for somebody to take what's yours.
Yeah.
So we want to crack down on that over the next 4 years is what we're aiming at on that.
But we need your help. When you stop to get gas, we know it's hot outside, but it's not worth leaving your car running and your air conditioner on just so it won't be as hot when you get back in it. Make sure you got something to get back in when you do come back out.
We've shown many a video to where you get out at the gas pump, you go in, and they're waiting in the shadows of the darkness, and then they sneak up and get in it and drive off.
I'm with you, Bob. Trap cars. Take some down there and let's do some stings. Catch them in the act of stealing that car.
Always funny on those, what was it, 60 Minutes that used to do it, or was it a special show?
I think it was one of those, 60 Minutes or something. It was one of those that...
they'd crank it up and the doors...
They'd get about a quarter mile down the road and it'd shut down.
And I've also seen that to where they'd leave the back of a delivery truck up and people would climb in it to steal, and then boom, it was shut. And then there was that other one that caught a few senators and things, wasn't it? Going to motels and
ooh, yeah.
Shame.
The Chicago mayor. Even had that one fella that he opened the back of his truck to get some fruit out and take it into a hospital, and the guy took the whole truck.
It was gone.
Made it to Meridian. Bait car. That was the name of that show. Bait car. Yeah.
James, thank you. We appreciate that. That was a big show there. Now, the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics was really busy. They were visiting our fair city of Philadelphia. We're going to show you some pictures, and see in these machines. I don't do this, so I don't realize what they really do. Odie, have you dealt with this in your line of work?
Well, yeah.
What does this thing
not
do?
As much. They're all pill makers.
Or separate? Is it make them or does it separate them?
Well, you put the powder in there and it
makes a pill.
Puts them into a pill form.
Why be? Maybe we can make some banana pudding cookies out of this. But I want y'all to look at this as of what they got here. Approximately 11 pounds of fentanyl.
Oh.
That's a lot, y'all.
Oh.
840 grams of Mary Jane, 33 grams of crack cocaine. Is that a lot with grams? I don't know that when it comes to crack.
Oh, let's find out what Uncle Google says.
Hydrocodone powder. Look at that, 14.8 grams of that. A binder mixer that was actively mixing the process. trafficking hydrocodone, trafficking cocaine. It just goes on and on of all of here the stuff they had. And to top it off, all this was being done within 1,500 feet of a church, which means you get more time, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's I can't remember if that's a felony or not right off.
Something happens to it.
So 33 grams, Uncle Google says, is about 1.164 ounces. So not a whole lot.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot there.
But now I tell you, what scares me on that right there is you said 11 pounds of fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
A pinch can kill you.
Yeah, boy. And that's right here in Philadelphia, y'all.
11 pounds. It is a felony, so yeah, thank you. She knows. She was one of our retired officers. Thank you for everything that you had
They had
done.
pills in here that were made to look like ecstasy that had meth in them.
Man, I tell you, yeah.
Eric Lyons and the gang have worked with federal officials to get this taken care of. We're proud that this was put out. And here's the thing about it is, we know about this one. Imagine what's really out there. This is probably small in comparison to some of these bigger things that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched Breaking Bad. I know that they exist.
Yeah, they're out there.
Based upon a true story somewhere.
Yeah.
But we've got one out of the way now, taken out of the Philadelphia area. So kudos to all the police that went to work on this and done their job. We can't thank them enough for doing that. And I don't know what was in the water yesterday, but Causeyville. What was going on? There was 3 wrecks in Causeyville yesterday.
It was, wasn't it?
Causeyville, Shiloh Road, and Causeyville Road near Clark Road. Let me pull up this. We had the Sheriff's Department go out to the 5300 block of Causeyville Road. At Clark Road there, we had an accident there with a motorcycle also slid down. At first, we thought it was going to be major injuries, and he was able to get up and walk around. That was good news. A half a mile or mile down the road, there was another wreck in that same location area there involving 2 cars. And then we had another wreck on the Shiloh end of that to where a car left the road and hit a tree. Fortunately, we didn't have any major injuries, Odie, but Causeyville was making the headlines yesterday. Almost needed an extension office out there.
Kept everybody busy. Don't leave here so soon.
I know, you just couldn't. So that was going on out there in that area. Here's one of those. Here's the one that struck the tree there.
I'm glad she was okay.
Yeah, and then over in Meridian, now this was minor, but we went ahead and sent the troops out. They had to send our officers right on out there from Meridian. They held up and watched traffic until MPD arrived.
That's right there by Lamar, in between Lamar and Meridian. Is that where that's at?
Yeah, isn't that the sign that says "Welcome to the City of Meridian" right there?
You know, it may be, yeah.
I know it's right there at it, but Meridian helped out until Meridian Police Department could arrive on scene there. Traffic 1, I believe, came and helped everybody out there. And it was a minor fender bender, but where it is over that hill, dangerous. Am I not mistaken? We had a horrible wreck there a few years ago right there by Lamar. It was a head-on, if I remember, wasn't it? 2, 3, 4 years ago?
Yeah, we had something there. We had a dump truck overturn over there as well on the other side of that hill from the picture. But yeah, we did have a head-on collision over that way a few years ago.
Yeah, the best I can remember. And I almost want to lean towards someone may have lost their life, but it's been a little while since that happened there. We had a good ending to a story yesterday. I got word yesterday morning that a man was missing and he has been located. That is update. Jacob has been found. He's safe. A big thank you from the family and everybody that shared and got the word out on this. Nothing more scarier than having a family member missing.
That is tough. That is tough. So kudos for everybody getting out and assisting with that and having a good ending.
Yeah, it's not always that. Now, I had a chance to hang out with the Meridian Police Department, and his name is Django. Never make this man mad.
Reese has got a good handle on him, but you don't want the 4 legs coming to get you, I promise.
And what is so surprising is just how good he is with children. And I'm going to show you this. We went over to Smith's Learning Center, and the police came over and they set up cars and the motorcycles that the kids export on. And they got a speech about the dog of all what he does. Here he is. He's just wanting to be photographed there. He's going, I know you.
Yeah, I've seen that hat before.
And here's a group picture of everybody. Now, let me do this. I want to say this is the video.
Did everybody get the pad?
See, he's real friendly.
I need that shirt. I like that shirt.
And he just stood around and let everybody pet his head. He just truly enjoyed it.
Get over your feet.
Hawkins didn't go pet him. Look at him. He's standing back in the back. I've seen that dog in action.
But a sweet pup. Here's the teacher and all the police there as they were showing everything. And then everybody got to go outside here. And let me tell you, that little loud woo-woo is loud.
But kids love to hear that woo-woo go off.
Yeah, they got to sit on it, rev up the motorcycle, and play with it. Here we go. But each kid got to sit on the motorcycle and take their turn at it.
Can't beat that.
No, and it's good to see the Meridian Police Department back out once again, being friendly with the public. We so needed this of an ambassador. Is that the word?
That's exactly it.
But a good job for all that they're doing on this, and I hope this program will continue to go around. I know the Meridian Fire Department has been out and spoke to the kids before, and it's a good thing. The Meridian Fire Department's been doing it for quite a while now, and a change in the helm, so to speak, there at the Meridian Police Department, and getting a few things done.
Well, and letting the kids see an officer and the equipment and talk to them, so they're not scared when they do see them if it had to be around a different situation.
Can you speak any Dutch?
No.
That's what I learned, is that the dog understands Dutch language.
And not just Dutch, but you or I couldn't go up there and tell him to do anything in Dutch. He listens to us. It's got to be Reese.
Oh yeah. That's his
Reese the only
there.
one to tell him, so he'll look at us and say, yeah, right. I know what you're saying, but I'm not doing that.
I don't know.
But if Reese ever tells him to do something, he's on.
Does he understand Fifth Street language? I'm just curious.
It's possible.
That's a smart dog. He listens.
The training that they go through, man. Bob said he knows chocolate.
Give me some food. We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Again,
liar, liar, pants on fire.
Anybody ever been told a fib? I'm not going to go into it, but I asked a question yesterday, and I'm almost certain that I was told a big old fibby fib. We got some oceanfront property, if I believe that.
Yeah.
Kemper County, let's grab your attention as they are on the streets again. The United Way today is going to be at Pilgrim's Food Liner. This will be right up by Watt Equipment. And if you'd like to go by and stuff the bus and make a donation, they're going to be in Kemper County today from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. this afternoon. A great cause, and we hope you'll help out there in Kemper County.
Notebooks and paper and pens, and I think they even take school uniforms.
Yeah, anything to help out with
schools. Yes.
But again, Highway 16 is where you'll find them there. You've got Watt Equipment, and then Pilgrim's Food Liner. Go by and help out as you can in that area there. It is I look at this picture. This was Sam's yesterday.
Ooh.
Y'all look at that.
Is that the judge's truck?
He parks over here,
all the way up front,
right next to the door in a what he calls a parking place, and the rest of everybody goes, "That's not one, Judge." But that was a gorgeous picture that was taken there. I really enjoyed that. We appreciate that. And anytime you run up on a picture that you think is great, send it to us. Yeah. We would like to note. We had a Boonville. You know where that is, Mississippi? Boonville, Mississippi. Elvis has been stolen. Now, what they had was kind of like the Ronald, let me word it this way, the Ronald McDonald. You know how Ronald used to sit on the bench?
They got stolen a couple years ago.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a trend. But Elvis was sitting on the bench in Boonville, and somebody pulled up and loaded Elvis up and left with him. They are searching for Elvis in Boonville, Mississippi at this point. You know, you can't show it off if you take it. What you going to do with it? Is it just to say that you did it?
Yeah. You're going to show your friends. Guess who talks? You can't show it to anybody. It's like the people who steal this old art. Okay, you could stick it in the back of a closet.
Right.
You're not going to stick Elvis in the back of a closet. He's got to have a room.
And correct me, and Tommy's not here for me to question him on McDonald's. Does Ronald still sit outside on any of the benches, or has that been phased out at McDonald's?
You know, I was there on Frontage Road. I had lunch there yesterday.
I had a quarter pounder last week, and I
don't see it there. And it's been a while since I've been to the Walmart on the
North Hills hadn't got one.
No. I think the only two we had was Frontage Road. The park bench with Ronald was there, and the
College Park,
the Walmart.
Okay, College Park.
Yeah, and I don't know. I
always liked Ronald sitting out on the bench there.
And you had a bunch of kids that would always go up and get
that. Will end up being a collector's item if that is not phased out.
Oh yeah, yeah. You might have to bolt him down a little bit more. You know, I think somebody want to steal Ronald McDonald.
Well, there's
Who
always.
Would you think would steal that Elvis? I mean,
they're all shook up.
All shook up.
Things like that happen there. Man, what else has gone on here? They did have a woman has been charged in a fatality in Jackson, a stabbing. You know, and so many times people, even I've been guilty of it, to where you think of men as being the bad of bad, but folks, they got women prisons full of people that's done the bad things also. Always watch your guard and know who's around you and what's going on.
Yeah.
Chris says that Ronald is over at the corporate McDonald's building now.
All right, so I guess it is at College Park.
Okay. All right, I have to pay attention.
Yeah. I had to look at that.
I watched Mary Lou Retton.
Yeah, she was real short.
Yeah, she was the gymnast that done all those things.
She could flip.
She ended up on a Wheaties box.
Yep, sure did.
She was an Olympian. I watched in full length yesterday. I'm not going to show the video because, well, it just, you know. But her DUI test, they released all that to the media yesterday. And, well, she failed every part of it there. And she goes, really? I failed?
Should have studied harder.
And then she she didn't want to go to jail. She didn't hit him, but she pushed like that on the police officer, and he got kind of angry about that, and they put her in the back seat of the car, and away she went.
Yeah.
But who would have thought little Mary Lou would have done something like that?
Yeah, that's tough. Lightning rods, $75,000 for the Newton sirens. They are expensive to keep those sirens operable. They're not what they were 20, 40 years ago. We're looking at doing some more work and replacing the sirens because of the cost of keeping those up. It can be more beneficial to everyone, especially on the taxpayer's pocketbook, and that's the main thing. All right, Chris, so corporate is not at College Park anymore. So
we're talking
that's
McDonald's.
not where Ronald's hanging out at. So, okay.
And I don't know where corporate is.
Yeah. Steve's moving on up. They got him another bit. Well, I guess so, because, you know,
it used to be underground,
there used to
didn't
be
it?
a basement. And I don't think they have a basement at the new one there in College Park. So, yeah, they had to move and go
Where the
somewhere.
trains went round down there.
Well, I knew it did upstairs.
They had all kinds of things.
And then they had that organ.
Yep.
That had
Birthday
the little
parties.
frog and all that stuff in the bottom of it.
Well, there you are.
Memories.
As we go back to, do you remember watching Tommy Boy?
I do.
That was funny. What about Silverado? Did you watch that?
I did.
All right,
I
what
did.
about Rambo?
Of course.
Well, then you'll know who this is.
Yes.
And also, he was in the Blacklist.
Yes, he was. He was Raymond's father-in-law.
Yep.
Yes.
As we go back to remember Brian Denny.
He was also in Cocoon, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I didn't know about that. But he was a big man.
Yes, he was.
Somebody you always take up for those little dogs. You remember that part of Silverado?
Yeah.
I sure like that. Let's see what else happened. Rambo, that was good back in the day.
That was real good.
This guy, not many people. I don't know if we should even drop through. OJ was born today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go on with that one. I admit I got a thinking problem, or maybe you remember riding with Private Malone. Well, it's David Ball's birthday today. You remember him?
All right. Well, I remember the song, but
he made Britt look like he was from New York. he was that country.
Yeah.
In 1954, they would tell him that he probably needed to go back to driving a truck, but he did do something today. He went in the studio. He had a Bill Monroe song in his hip pocket, and he recorded Blue Moon of Kentucky. Keep on shining. That was a good song by Elvis on this date there.
Yeah.
Here's a fence rider that I don't care for.
Yeah, he's. Which one of y'all is speaking louder? I'll go on your side.
I'm not a Lindsay fan.
No. I'm for it today and against it tomorrow. I don't mind if someone has thought about something and studied something and said, you know, I think I may have been wrong and I'm going to change my opinion. But he does it like most people change underwear every day.
He does. Whatever benefits Lindsay is where he is today.
Yep. He's a perfect example of getting elected and immediately going to campaign for the next election.
Even when there's people that have different views than me and they do a good job, I respect them. This guy does a phenomenal job as an actor. He thinks different than me. That's correct. But
totally.
But let me tell you, he is a talented man. Tom Hanks has a birthday today from all of those wonderful shows that we've watched.
I watched Big the other day.
That's been a long time ago.
It has, and that came on. But then you had Forrest Gump. Boy, that took some skill.
Wilson.
To play. Wilson. When you have a talking role and you speak and you act throughout a movie, that's one thing. All he had was a soccer ball that he talked to. He was by himself for most of this movie. You know that had to be hard to stay in character. Sully.
The list goes. Oh, Sully, boy, was that not a good one?
That was great. I don't like his thinking ability when he's off script.
True.
But on script.
And we didn't even touch the number of movies that Tom Hanks has made. It's just boom, 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 boom. So He has a birthday today there. Let's see who else was. You remember rock around the clock tonight?
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah, Bill Haley went number 1 today, which started there and lasted 8 weeks on the charts, if y'all remember that at all. It would be 56 that he began his first appearance as the host of this show.
Wow.
It was black and white back in that day as Dick Clark took over American Bandstand. It was a staple in American history.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. This girl was gorgeous back in the day.
I was thinking to say, you showed a picture of not too long ago.
You didn't have to go and bring that up, Odie.
Well, I mean, it's kind of stuck up there going.
Then we went yesterday, and I'm stuck with a Three's Company thought in my head. Sometimes it's just memories are better.
Yes.
So let's try to bring back a good memory.
There we go.
1957, Kelly McGillis was born. What was it? Take my breath away? What was that song?
You take my breath away. All right,
He's joining the choir here soon.
I did sing in the choir at North Crest.
Is that when they put the microphone way away from you?
It was
they put
surrounded me
row?
by more people. I mean, Paul says, shh, quieten yours down a little bit.
You know, I didn't watch the Wonder Years. It never really grabbed me. I know a lot of you did,
The kids
but
did.
Fred had a birthday today. He was on that show. Are the good times really over for good? Are we rolling downhill? And I'll let you fill in the rest of where that song went. 81, Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
I remember that song like it was yesterday. Did you have the Highway 40 blues ever?
No, I didn't.
Let's go back for a skinny Ricky Skaggs.
Yeah, he had more hair than he had anything else.
Boy, he had it going on there, didn't he?
He looked like Wolfman Jack. Oh,
he looks more like the Joker now. Ricky.
Oh boy, that was tough.
And this is one of my top 3 westerns. You got to have Josie Wales, Silverado, and also what's
Dirty Harry. Well, that was a Cop.
That was Cop. I get into
what was
310 to Yuma was one of my favorite ones. Hang 'em High, which western? Pale Rider.
Yeah, that was good. Pale Rider was good.
He done a bunch, but this if you've never watched this, and this was a young Kevin Costner with this, it was good. One of the best westerns that I've ever seen. So watch that sometime if you've never had a chance to see that. It was good there. Let's see.
Oh well.
She passed away today. Y'all remember her? Wheezy.
Yeah, Wheezy.
And then we also would lose this guy today. He was Doc.
Oh yeah.
From Little House on the Prairie. Boy, that influenced a bunch of us as we came along, and this little guy here passed away today.
I tell you, I still, and you know, now he showed what a third party would do. It pulled from, should have been a winning candidate, and
it
we
splits.
lost, and now Elon is trying to start a third party. I think the only way a third party candidate will work is if you do away with primaries and put everybody in there running and say the top 3 go to a runoff. You know, Meridian, if you want to be an alderman, you just sign up and then everybody votes and the top 5 getters wins. But I think a lot of changes are going to have to be done to elections before a third party would really.
I'm getting a gong over there in the comments as we see that Sheriff Todd Kemp is telling me, nope, I'm wrong. John Wayne, the Searchers, he says is at top 3 Western.
Quigley.
Ooh, Quigley! I almost forgot about that. Wayne, you're absolutely right. Quigley Down Under was good.
Yep.
The list just goes on and on of
you can't have just the best one. They were all good.
Liberty Valance. Do y'all remember that with John Wayne?
2 mules for Sister Sarah.
That's pretty good there.
Yeah.
And John Wayne. John Wayne just had so many of them to do because he faced bad and took care of them. John Wayne was in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance also.
Yep.
I really like that. But so many good ones there that happened through the years, and which brought about Gunsmoke. Who could forget all of that? As the old song used to go, my heroes have always been cowboys. It's true. We'll be right back with birthdays and a whole lot more.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Okay, let me explain the scenario here. As things head to court, makes you scratch your head and you go, what the world is Jackie Gleason said, what is the world coming to? Okay, get this in your head. You've got a banker.
Okay.
He's having an affair on his pregnant wife. She's having their child. He's having an affair with someone at work who works under him. Okay, you got the scenario. It's what's going on here?
No pun intended.
Right. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, the bank fires him.
Okay.
Now he is suing the bank because he got fired. Isn't that like a code of ethics for bankers? I mean, I even know some locally that's been fired over that.
Did he get fired for having an affair with the other employee?
Yes.
Oh, then you don't have a ground to stand on.
Well, he's suing still. They went in there and pointed out.
What state's this in?
Let's see. Merrill Lynch, he works for them. I don't know what state it's in.
Because if it's up north, he'll get his job back and a check.
Well, it could be, but it's a Merrill Lynch employee.
Lynch, so it's not around here.
No, we don't. But and I think what makes it look even worse is his wife was having a child, and he was
and you're
going to the
company.
Garden of Forbidden Fruit. Is that the way to put
that's
that?
exactly it.
I'm trying to come up with a word of that.
You don't do it with somebody that you got to work with.
But that's
especially if they work.
But Odie, that's how half of them start. You know that as well as I do.
You're exactly right.
I was told one just last week that I can't say out loud. I'm told a lot of things, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't give me no lie. What do they call that medicine?
No.
What's that shop they give you? The true serum.
True serum.
Boy, I'd go to making somebody sweat.
Raggy.
But that's where again this falls back under that category to what we often talk about. What is wrong is right, and what is right is now considered wrong.
And Lord Jesus Christ told us that was going to happen towards the end of times.
He did.
And here it is, Code of Ethics for Humans.
And
Kathy,
I brought this up earlier today. September the 22nd is going to be the day that Diddy is sentenced. And Diddy did it all. Does that make sense?
You was a rapper. Diddy did it all.
September 22nd, we'll find out his fate in case you wanted to know there.
It's kind of like Debbie.
Oh, you better hush that one.
Oh, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? All right,
All right, let's do some birthday. We didn't have a whole lot today,
we
did
really didn't have one. We got one for tomorrow, but let's see, we've got Jeff Little having a birthday. Chris McFarland, Brooklyn Chisholm, 16 years young today, and Linda Carney is having a birthday today. So happy birthday to each one of y'all.
All right, I'll be up a little bit later in Philadelphia as we'll be welcoming in the Choctaw Indian Fair's 75th anniversary.
What did we just have right there? I saw it. Nancy said, good morning from the Choctaw Indian Fair.
And I'll be up a little bit later today. I think I'll be up there around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Look forward to that. We'll get to meet the princes and welcome that in. It's going to be fun to be there.
Vicky Bart's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Yes.
Matthew, you're absolutely right. I just can't say what you said.
Yep.
Yep, we'll agree with you.
Yep.
Salute.
That'll work.
As we end each and every day, we always like to leave you with a Bible verse for you to face today. Something good, something positive. What do you got for us today,
Yeah,
Doug?
so good Lord's going to take us today to Mark 11, verse 24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. All we've got to do is ask. But at the same time, we have to truly believe in Him. We have to truly believe that He will give us what we want, what we've asked for. But we've got to have it in our heart. The Lord says that He will bless us until our cup runneth over. Not just until we've had enough, but more than we have. But we've got to show Him that we will use it all for good. This week, Love Out Loud is going to be out and about through town. If you see them, say a prayer for them. Say a prayer with them. If you can, go help them. That's giving your time to the Lord Jesus Christ ministry of helping people who need it this time of year. Awesome what they do, and keep that in prayer. Y'all have a wonderful day. Friday Eve's coming tomorrow. Until then, we will say we love you, and we will see you later.